Welcome back to Out with the New, In with the Old. Well, today I'm going to go over another reason not to buy a new vehicle. I've got other content I want to do, but I was roaming around on a dealer lot on a Sunday when they were closed, just looking at stuff, and it amazes me they still try a lot of this stuff. The thumbnail to this video has $1,300 worth of this stuff, and we're going to go over it. But it's $12.99 or $12.95, whatever it says on that thumbnail. I took it. It's added to the MSRP, which is already more than it should be. I mean, if you want to spend $55,000 for a minivan, that's fine. I mean, if that's what you feel is a good deal, then get a $55,000 minivan. But this channel is dedicated to helping people that don't want to spend that, and then to add $1,300 more dollars in dealer add-ons. Let's go over them. Paint protection. Now, I personally know someone that works at a dealer, and paint protection there is a product they use called Liquid Glass. It's a good product, and they apply a application of Liquid Glass. Do they all use the same product? I'm not sure, but I know this dealer does, and they charge just for the Liquid Glass application $800. You can go to your auto parts store and buy a bottle. It's actually a metal can. I wish I had mine. I couldn't find it. I'm still not moved in here, so I'm still having to find my stuff, but I have a can of it, and it was $29. That can is probably enough to do 5 cars, at least. So $29 for 5 applications. Interior protection. That is normally Scotchgard. Good product. Repels moisture, stains, everything. I usually do that to any vehicle I get. And it is roughly $15 a can. And that can will probably do, again, I would say at least 3 vehicle interiors. Maybe a minivan, it might only do 2. You got a lot of interior in a minivan. Okay, 15. Cabin sanitation. Pretty sure that's an air freshener. I put $5 for that. Not 100% sure, because right under it is interior antimicrobial, which I had to look that up. And they say at a dealer, basically what they're doing is using Lysol, which they will charge you $400 on its own. But Lysol makes a product that does the interior antimicrobial, which takes out, typically you would do that on an older vehicle. It reduces mildew, mold, blah, 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 that kind of stuff on, maybe a musty old car. But you can get the Lysol product that does it, and probably would do several vehicles, $12. Look that up. Rain repellent, which I think most of us know, that is Rain-X. Good product. Another good product. I use it. I love Rain-X. And you can get a bottle of that for $10. Headlight UV protectant. It's another new one on me. I wasn't sure what headlight UV protection was. Well, I looked that up, and it's a stuff that's supposed to keep the headlight lenses looking like new. I would think on a new vehicle, it's probably not necessary. I mean, we have a 2013 Mazda Miata that the headlight lenses are really clear on it. Now, granted, that vehicle was kept in a garage most of its life, but and it has low mileage, 40,000 miles, but it's 13 years old, and they're perfect. They look like new headlights. Now I know somebody puts a lot of miles on, but they get pitted, and UV protection isn't going to keep them from getting pitted. But in any case, you can buy a product to do that for $12. $2,500 collision credit. Okay, now here's a big one. I put 0 next to that because that means you're using their body shop. And if you don't think they're going to make that $2,500 up, well, I got a waterfront property in Arizona to sell you. But anyway, $2,500 collision credit is basically you're taking the deductible out, and a $2,500 collision deductible is really high, which would probably make your insurance even higher than it should be. But that's what that is. I had to look that up also. Nitrogen-filled tires. This is the one that cracks me up because air has nitrogen in it. So basically, you know, you're getting free air, and I put free, but I've seen nitrogen-filled tires listed on separate on some of these stickers for $699. There is no difference. Like I said, look up, you know, air, and air has nitrogen in it. Has a certain amount of nitrogen in it, and I really doubt anybody's putting just pure nitrogen in their tires, and even if they are, I'm not paying for it. Anti-theft VIN etching, which you can buy a kit to do that for $20. And I've heard that in some places, the police department will do it for you for free. Never tried it, but I read that in some places, a police department will do free VIN etching. Stolen vehicle assist. That comes with a new vehicle. All these new vehicles have that in their especially a Chrysler product, which this is. I know that because I bought actually 2 new Chrysler products. I don't have them anymore, but they both had that, and that was not something you paid extra for. Digital fraud, free. Premium roadside assist. Typically, if you have full coverage insurance, you have that with it. Digital fraud, if you have any internet service whatsoever, I mean, you're going to have that. Okay, battery protection. That was another one I wasn't sure what it was. Looked it up. Basically stuff you spray on the terminals, $10. And I'm probably, you know, myself, I take Vaseline and rub, you know, put it on the terminals and cable ends and never had them corrode. Welcome kit, which is supposed to be car care products. So let's say you got I've seen these car care products with a bucket and sponge and all kinds of stuff at Walmart, usually around $30, $40. I put $40, give them benefit of the doubt. Customer mobile app on a Chrysler product, and I'm sure all the others, that's free. In fact, when I bought the Challenger, they wouldn't let me leave until they put it into my phone. They wanted me to have it. I was not charged for it. It is part of buying a new vehicle. And I'm pretty sure it is with a Ford or any other make. So anyway, all this was $1,300 added to the MSRP of the vehicle. Well, I added up, the prices here we talked about, and at which point you'll have extra to do it over again several times over on some of this, and at least once or twice on some of it. Hell, Rain-X, a bottle of that stuff will last you 10 years. I mean, I've used it. I'm still on a bottle. It's so old the labels fell off. Most of this stuff, you'll get so many uses out of it. The only one that I would say, you know, the interior protection, you on a minivan, you might only get 2 uses out of it. But in any case, adding all this together, we come up with 153, roughly 10% of what the dealer is charging you, a little more than 10%. And going back to out with the new and in with the old, that $1,300 is 1/3 of the way to getting you a reliable car. I know everybody thinks, you know, oh, $3,000. You can get a reliable vehicle for $3,000. And we're going to go over that more here. And I think I'm going to do some videos out in the wild looking at $3,000 vehicles. In any case, I always say 3 to 5, you can get a reliable vehicle. If you want to get something a little fancy, you can spend 10 and get something pretty nice. I mean, if you got to have something nice, you can get something pretty nice for 10 grand. You got to do your homework. You got to be patient, but the deals will come up. In any case, I just thought I'd go over this and give everybody another outlook on the new car buying experience, because I don't think it's that great. I'm surprised that they're actually doing this, because cars aren't selling right now. New cars are not selling. Certain ones are selling a little bit, but for the most part, especially a Chrysler product, they're in trouble. They're in financial trouble. And for a dealer to tack on $1,300 of $150 worth of stuff to the sticker, to me seems kind of crazy. But hey, you know, I guess they just keep on going, you know, the way they go. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you want to look these over some more, I guess you can freeze the frame, or you can look at the thumbnail, because they're on there, but I don't have, the prices aren't wrote down. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like the content. Appreciate it. Have a good one.